I don't feel like it's appropriate to start off the video with a, super excited, happy, normal greeting that I normally do. And it's not that, this is necessarily unhappy, but I just think it's very serious, and I don't think I should sugarcoat it at all with any bullshit. Not that being happy is bullshit, or, I just want to be straight to the point. Something that is way more common based on how often you see it in pop culture, or in your creators that you watch, or in musicians or things, this is the thing people don't really talk about. And I think there's a lot of shame around it, because for a lot of people, they know better and they know what they're doing and they know that it's hurting them, but they can't stop doing it and they can't explain it, and they need help and they feel ashamed, and that's okay. That's normal. It's normal to feel those things. But I just don't want to feel that way anymore. And I've briefly touched on this subject in live streams and things occasionally, very, very slightly, unless I was very drunk, and then I would talk about it for like an hour and a half. But this is a thing that has impacted me since I was pubescent, since the time I hit puberty. And it sucks. And it's not constant, but it never leaves. It's not something that you cure. It's something that you always have to manage. It's an addiction. It's like alcoholism, especially in my case, because I'm reliant on a substance. It's so hard just to say it. I've been going to several professionals for a little while who have been setting me up to start recovery, because I have relapsed something awful, and it's never been this bad for this long. And something that they're telling me that is resonating is this eureka moment, almost like this moment of change where you are able to start getting better. And I don't feel like I've had that, but I know exactly how it feels. And maybe not everybody has that. I mean, I know I want help, but I know I need to get better, and I want to get better, but I haven't had this moment that everybody talks about. And I know before, when I've had serious issues that have been in my mind, like gender, for example, when I talk about it, when I make a video, it all clicks into place. So that's what I'm gonna do for this. And I'm going to claim exactly what I'm dealing with, and I'm gonna paint it on me, and we're gonna talk about it, because maybe that will make me feel better. I have experienced disordered eating since I was very, very young, in a number of forms, but most prominently, I'm gonna be using clinical words here, and I'm gonna be talking about exactly what I do, because I wanna share this story. And if that's going to make you relapse into something that is terrible, then do what you have to do. If you can't watch this video, you can't watch this video, you know what I mean? But I'm just putting that out there. That's your warning. That's your trigger warning, okay? I predominantly have struggled with bulimia. In the past, when I was young, I hit puberty before a lot of the other kids, and I got really chubby, and I was really picked on for that. So that was a really sore spot for me, because I was different in pretty much every way you could be different in my town. And my weight was something that I could control, especially when I got to high school, when I stopped caring about myself as much. At that point, I starved myself so bad that I lost about 30 pounds in a month and a half or so. And I was 30 pounds lighter than I am right now. That would be a problem, I'm pretty sure, for somebody of my weight and my muscle and all that stuff. It was bad. And I never got to a point where it's weird, because I never felt it take a toll on my body. Not that I can remember. And I never felt it take a toll on my mind. But it could be that, I was so young. I was like 13, 14 years old. Maybe my body had all this energy to fight and to be normal when I was doing this to it. I don't know how I was managing, but I was eating barely anything a week. And I don't remember having this much trouble back then. And I don't know why. After that, later in high school, I did do a lot of binge eating and purging. The traditional way, the way that everybody thinks bulimia is, which is with induced vomiting. That never lasted long for me. And I don't know, I'm glad I didn't get hooked on that. I'm glad it didn't become an addiction, but I am facing bulimia in a different way now, and it is absolutely an addiction. And it's controlling everything. And it's wrecking everything. And it's making me feel terrible. And I don't want to feel that way. I have been severely abusing laxatives for at least 3 or 4 months straight, every single day 4 to 8 pills. You're supposed to take 2 a week. So my body basically retains absolutely no food or fluid. It started with me actually needing the pills because at some point in their life everybody needs a laxative because you're fucking constipated, okay? You need it. Pretty much immediately I had this feeling that it gave me that made me so calm and so, it felt like a drug. It felt like when you get high for the first time or something, and it's not a mind-altering substance, so I don't understand how, but if I don't take the pills after I eat now, I not only feel physical pain, but I feel extremely miserable and preoccupied on the fact that I have things in my body, that I'm full of something, because I just want to feel empty. And I got what I wanted because I feel empty pretty much everywhere. I feel completely empty. And it sucks and it's terrible. And I still haven't stopped taking the pills. I haven't taken any today, but it's only like 4 p.m. if not even that yet. And I'm trying really hard to make this my first day of recovery. I'm trying so hard. But along with not taking the pills, I have not eaten so that I wouldn't want to take the pills. And that's not good either. So if this shifts from one eating disorder to another, that's not an improvement, you know? That's not recovery. I have lost about 20 pounds in 3 months, which isn't an unhealthy rate of weight loss, but the way I'm doing it is absolutely horrendous and it's affecting absolutely everything about my body and it is destroying me. And it's only been 3 months, you know, and I can't imagine what I would feel like if I've been doing this non-stop for like 7 years. I probably would be dead. I don't know how people live this long or live that long doing this to themselves and feeling like this every single day. I don't know how they do it because I can barely get out of bed in the morning. I woke up this morning and I was so dehydrated that I could feel my lips crack when I moved them. And I had, you know, that dry, so thirsty desert feeling you have in your mouth sometimes when you wake up inexplicably? I've had that every day for like a month or 2 months. And I thought I could deal with that. I was like, okay, well, I'll just chug 50 million bottles of water. Oh my God. Which, by the way, laxatives also affect your water intake. And I'm also on a diuretic for my testosterone blocking. So not only am I losing fluids from that, I'm also losing fluids from the laxative. So basically, I'm screwed in that way. I thought I could deal with that. You know, I thought I could deal with physical problems. And I was like, you know, I justified it. Somehow in my mind, I justified it. Even though I very consciously am very aware that what I'm doing is harming my body and harming myself. I know that, but it's that feeling that it gives me, and it's not that I'm consciously like, yes, I love that feeling. It's like my body demands that feeling from me now. It's like if I don't have that, something is wrong, and my body needs it, and I'm trying not to give it to my body. And we're gonna see how that works. This probably will not be my first day of recovery. That's usually not how this works. Anyway, what was I talking about? I don't want to do anything. Like when I said I feel empty, I mean it. Like I don't care. I don't have energy to care. I don't have energy to do things. I mean, I will do them, but I have to be pushed. And that's not good. Like, for example, I have more opportunities, more sponsorships, more video topic ideas, more everything to do work with right now than I have ever had in my life. More opportunity than ever. And some really exciting things are brewing. And I'm just sitting here looking at the emails, just not having the will to care. And I should be so excited, and I should be so on top of this, and I should be doing every sponsorship. So just, you know, I know that I can churn these out, and I know that I can make good work, and I know that I can get back to emails immediately. But when it's just this feeling, it's this lack of feeling in my whole body. It's this lack of will. I just can't be bothered. And it's not that I don't care, because I consciously care. But there's obviously some kind of disconnect between what I'm consciously aware of and what I'm doing anyway. I'm not sure that I'm at a point where I'm physically in danger. I guess I should explain, if you guys don't know what bulimia is, it's where you typically will eat an immense, completely wasteful, completely ridiculous amount of food. And then you will make your body not have it in it anymore. Like you will somehow make it not be inside of your body. And you will deprive your body of the nutrition and everything that comes with the food. And with my form of bulimia, where it's laxatives and not like oral purging. It's hard to detect because usually people like me will stay around a certain weight, because the fact of the matter is, and I'm aware of this, is that it doesn't really work the same way that oral purging does. I really don't want anybody to take this information and use it to be having an eating disorder. I want to stress to you that there's nothing good about this. I don't feel good. I don't look any, like, there's no reward. So, you know, if you're somebody that's not struggling with something like this, don't make comments like Meghan Trainor where you say you wish you had the willpower to be bulimic, because the fact is I don't have any willpower. I have none. It's willpower that stops you from doing this, and I've got none. Anyway, like I was saying, it's tricky with people like me to know if you are physically unwell without running tests, because you typically stay around a certain weight. But iron deficiency can become fatal very quickly. People can die in their sleep and look like they're a healthy weight and look fine. And they might even be getting all the nutrition from the food because the laxatives don't work that quickly. But something, I don't know what the science is, but I know that you can severely deprive your body of iron and you can frickin' just die. You can just die. And I don't think I'm there yet. I don't want to scare you. I'm not here to be like, oh, I'm so sick, please help me. Maybe I am. You guys can't help me with this though. It's not, I think part of the reason I wanted to tell you is because I feel guilty for slacking when it comes to work, when it comes to videos. I feel like I have done 1/3 of the work that I would do any other time in my life. And I have 3 times the work to do compared to any other time in my life. And that makes me feel guilty and ashamed. And I feel like if I come forward and I say this to you and I apologize and I say I'm trying to get better, I feel like that will make me feel better and that will put me on the right road, and that's what I'm doing. So this is not supposed to be a big scary video about whatever. While I'm telling you about myself, I want to let you know that if you're experiencing something like this, that you are absolutely not alone. And I think you know that, but I just want to reiterate it. I just want you to be really, really aware of that people are struggling with things that you can't see all the time. And you know, we can recover together. I will try to find some online resources for you guys to put in the description box if you are struggling with an eating disorder of some kind. If you guys have any other resources online that you can share in the comments, please do. And let's just do this. It's tricky for me to offer advice because I am not in recovery and I am not better and I am not good. So I don't want to, you know, offer some sage advice that's bullshit because it's obviously not working for me. But, you know, if you are in a situation like me, just be very careful. You know, do your best to stay healthy and hydrated and ask for help, because that's something that took me a while. Because it's not a bad thing to need help. Everybody needs help sometimes. And this is something that we can't really do on our own. Liz, are you dreaming? This is something that's really hard to do on your own. So if you need help, it's okay to ask for it. So reach out to somebody that you know cares about you, that you know will listen to you before just jumping to a conclusion or just jumping to a treatment or a solution. Like, this is a lot more common than you think, and a lot more people deal with this than you think. And if we all were a little bit more honest with ourselves and with people that care about us about things like this, we would realize that this is not a one type of person problem, and that this is not going to go away by itself. We have to do something about it, and we can start today. So let's do that. I am going to head out now. It has been a pleasure, as much of a pleasure as it can be, talking about this. I love you so much, and I don't want you to feel, you know, okay, one more thing. I don't want you to feel like this is some big, you know, big moment in my life, because this is not like a coming out video. This is something that I dealt with for forever. And this is me just sharing it now. So I don't want you to think this is a huge deal. I don't want like 1,000 sympathy comments or whatever. I just want to get better. And I've been better. I just want to get back to better. I just don't want to become a poster child for it, I guess. I don't think there is a poster child for it, because this affects all kinds of people. Way more people than talk about it. So we're gonna do that or something, okay? I love you. I will see you later. Bye. Cool beans.